Welcome to the Basement Lounge Podcast with your hosts Mike Shea and Mike Wells. Sit back, grab a drink, relax. Let's see where the time takes us. Enjoy. I'm not a Zack Snyder fanboy. Like I think Sucker Punch sucks. 300's okay. His Dawn of the Dead's not bad, but like I really dug what he. I mean, and I know it's 4 hours, but like. It doesn't feel like 4 hours.
But did it make everything make sense? It's way
so
different. Is it
sense.
a way different movie?
Oh, considerably. Like the ending is different, for fuck's sake.
Oh my God.
Yeah, like the ending is different. Cyborg is like, that's the one everyone's been talking about.
Well, I haven't seen any of it yet.
Right. All I can really say, all I'll say is just in the original one, Cyborg is maybe a supporting character. Maybe.
Yeah, I heard they did a lot of stuff with him.
He's like the main fucking character in the new one.
Jesus.
And I'm like, and because there's been all this drama in the news that with Ray Fisher, the guy who played him, saying that like Whedon was a dick on set, and I'm looking at it like, I'd be pissed too if I find out they took me from being like the lead of the movie to like 20 minutes of screen time.
God.
Same with Flash.
I heard.
It's crazy. Yeah, it is. Like, there's still a lot of stuff that's in there that was in, like, even the scenes that are in there that are from the first one, are they're like different takes where it's like it's the same scene but the dialogue's different or the delivery is different, or like just the color correction like just looks better, and it's like, holy shit.
I wonder how long. Did they say how long it took him to do everything?
I don't know. I know that Warner Brothers gave him a budget of $70 million, but a lot of that was because there was like unfinished CGI. And you could even tell in the original that some of the CGI was rushed because, like, Cyborg looked like shit. The bad guy, Steppenwolf, looked like shit. And this one, it looks loads better.
Shit.
Yeah.
I feel like, is this the first time that anybody's ever done anything like this?
This is such a fucking, like, nothing like this has ever happened before.
I don't know how it makes Josh Whedon feel.
Well, considering he's already, because he's getting all kinds of shit for, like, there's been stuff coming out about, like, when he was doing Buffy, like, Michelle Trachtenberg saying, like, she wouldn't be alone in a room with him, and kind of makes you wonder, like, what was it like on the Avengers set? What was it like, Firefly? He got a bunch of shit for that Wonder Woman series that never went anywhere that he tried to make. He tried to do a Wonder Woman TV show.
Oh, I didn't know that.
With Adrienne Palicki as Wonder Woman. She looked fucking hot. But that was, like, it was a pilot that never went to air, and because everyone was like, "This is a pile of garbage," and it was super sexist and just really gross, and like every other shot was of her tits, and it's just
stupid.
Yeah,
like not a superhero movie.
Yeah,
it's more like Baywatch.
Yeah, it was like Baywatch with Wonder Woman, and it's like, and he's been accused of shit like all kinds of over the years, and now I think everyone's just kind of like, fuck Joss Whedon.
I think it's hilarious that like. Your movie was so bad. Well, I've never seen the original, but
so you haven't seen the original one at all?
Because I heard it was horrible. Like nobody liked it, so I was just like, all right,
I got it if you want to borrow it.
I was gonna watch, and I heard the rumor was Snyder was gonna do. They're gonna let Snyder do that thing, and I was like, I just want to watch his, and then I want to watch what they did.
And like I said, I just watching the 4 hour cut. There were times where I got vehemently pissed off because I was just like, you guys made the conscious decision to cut this shit, and it's so good. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Do you think they just didn't want a 4 hour movie? Probably.
And I will say that somebody asked me if there was a way that like this 4 hour one could ever have like made it to theaters, and I was like, I could maybe. The problem is now that I've seen it in its completed glory, it's hard for me to imagine it without any of the stuff in it.
Yeah.
I could maybe trim half an hour off this thing and have it still like work.
Yeah, but I mean, if you say maybe.
Yeah. And that's me being like really nitpicky.
Yeah. I feel like they probably would have been better off just making it 2. Like
that was an idea I think they had where it was going to be like a 2-part movie. Because he hadn't signed on for it, but his original plan was to do 5 movies. He was going to do Man of Steel, BVS, and 3 Justice Leagues. And he had this idea for how the Justice Leagues were going to play out, and you get allusions to that in this and also in BVS, and it's like, shit, I wish he could have made it because it would have been so cool. But he said, he's like, I'm done. He's like, considering like what he had to go through with the first one for why he left and getting this one. He left because his daughter died.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
His daughter killed herself, and his wife is his producer. So they both they left. And Whedon was there because at the time he was signed on to do, it was either Nightwing or Batgirl. He was going to do one of those movies. And so they had him on there, and they were like, and also because he had done the Avengers, and they were like, can you just like get this thing
do
finished?
something? Yeah.
Basically, all he had to do was just do the reshoots and the final like post production. But he ended up like doing a shitload of reshoots and cut all these characters out and totally changed the tone of the film. And but because of how much Zack Snyder stuff was still in it, he didn't get director credit, which is kind of fucked up. But
oh, really?
Yeah, because the Directors Guild requires like, if to get director credit, you have to have 51% of things you've shot in the movie, and his wasn't. So he got a writer producer credit, I think. But
that is hilarious. The fact that like everybody hated what you did so much, but
yeah, but it still has Zack Snyder's name on it.
Like you can't. Oh, that's crazy.
Well, because there was a story where I guess Zack Snyder never watched the one that went to theaters.
Yeah.
But his wife and Christopher Nolan, because Christopher Nolan's a producer on all this shit, he's a consultant on all this shit. They went and watched it, and I guess they went and told Zack, like, don't watch this movie. Like, it's gonna make you cry. Like, it's not even close to what you.
Oh my god.
So.
And good old Nolan telling you like,
yeah, it's good old Nolan's like, dude, trust me, you don't want to.
This was I've done Batman.
This was, and I will say, like, as a major Batman fan, like in the original one, there's two Batman scenes that I fucking hate because they're just garbage, and they're not in the 4-hour cut, and I'm like, thank God. Yeah.
Now, I mean, I haven't watched all the DC ones. I mean,
they're hit or miss.
I like Man of Steel. That's my favorite one.
I think that's everyone's favorite. That one's it's a fucking masterpiece.
Batman vs Superman's okay.
And see again with that one, it's the director's cut's infinitely better.
Is it?
Yeah, it's 30 minutes longer, but it makes more sense. And they also put like some of the scenes in like a different order, so it just kind of flows better.
Gotcha.
I got to see that one at a press screening in Columbus. And I was like, I came out of the kind of going like, shit, why wasn't this in theaters?
I haven't seen any of the Wonder Womans. I heard 84 wasn't that great.
84 is eh.
Like, I wanted to see the original.
The original one's dope.
Shazam.
You will love Shazam. If you get around to watching Shazam, you will fucking love Shazam.
I hated Suicide Squad.
Everyone hated Suicide Squad.
I was like, that was their version of Guardians. Like, let's do something.
It tried so hard.
Yeah. Like,
well, now James Gunn's doing the next one.
Oh, well,
so
he might. Jesus Christ! Like, directors should not be able to do both universes.
Well, so the reason he got Suicide Squad is because it was when Disney had fired him off of Guardians 3.
Yeah.
So DC was like, "Come here, buddy, we got you," and he was like, "Fuck." So then once he went and took over that, Disney was like, "Oh shit."
Yeah.
So he's gonna do the next Guardians, but he has to wait until he's done with Suicide Squad.
That's so fucking crazy. Because fucking that was so good.
Yeah.
Guardians is like one of my favorite, if not favorite, Marvel, just in the sense that it's so like, it's different.
Yeah.
But you're like, yeah.
It's so, it was the one that.
You're like, how is this in the Marvel universe? But you're like, yeah, this is good.
How does the talking raccoon and the tree monster? How is this so good?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Like Bradley Cooper as a talking raccoon shouldn't work.
Opening scenes, fucking Chris Pratt dancing.
Fucking Batista shouldn't work in that movie as well as he does.
He's fucking tastic, and he's so goddamn funny in the movie.
Oh my god, he's gotten so much work out of doing Guardians. Like it's like serious work too. Where I'm like, holy shit, he can actually act. But fuck, he's so good as Drax.
Oh yeah, I'm like, what the fuck? Like what?
Oh my god, and Jesus, they had John C. Reilly as a serious fucking character as one of those Nova soldiers, and I was like, what the. Get the fuck out of here.
Everybody's going to forget John C. Reilly is in the Marvel universe.
So is Glenn Close, because Glenn Close was she's the head of the Nova Corps. I was like, get the fuck out of here. God.
I wonder if people want to act in the Marvel universe.
I don't know, because you hear about you hear different stories, and I think it depends on just who you're working with, because Hugo Weaving, who I fucking love, is Red Skull in the first Captain America.
Yeah,
and he didn't like doing it. He didn't have a good time. So when Red Skull comes back in Infinity War, it's dude from Walking Dead. Natalie Portman hated doing it. That's why she quit after Thor: The Dark World. But now apparently is coming back.
That's gonna be weird.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, it's
just weird how they have you have all these big name actors, actresses, and they have these tiny parts. You had fucking Jeff Goldblum and fucking Ragnarok. You're like, what the fuck is this shit?
He's my favorite part of that fucking movie. So fucking funny.
I mean, I'm waiting just to be it's almost, I'm waiting to be there's cameos of people just playing other people dressed up.
In that same fucking movie, you had Matt Damon.
Yeah, I forgot about
the other Hemsworth and Sam fucking Neill playing Odin in that little play they were doing.
You're right.
That's Dr. Grant from Jurassic Park. I mean, fucking. I
wonder how much they paid Matt. I wonder if they even paid Matt Damon. Matt Damon's probably
probably just did it.
Yeah.
I still think it should have been Jimmy Kimmel as fake Thor in that scene.
Oh, that'd been funny.
Just to have Kimmel and Damon. That would have been. Because he worked for ABC, so
that would be funny.
But yeah, you got look what Brad Pitt did for his one scene in Deadpool 2.
Yeah,
not even one scene. His quick frame on screen
where you're like, was that Brad Pitt? That's where literally I remember seeing that live and I was like, was that Brad Pitt?
Yeah, the second time I went to see it, I went just for that fucking scene. It's coming. Holy shit, that's Brad Pitt.
Did they pay him in coffee? He
probably.
I think I read something. He's like, I just wanted a cup of coffee.
Right.
And I was like, all right, well, how the fuck? One of you what? I want to be in debt. My thing is, do they did Brad Pitt reach out to them, or do they reach out to Brad Pitt? Because I could see Brad Pitt being I want to be in the movie.
Yeah.
But I go see Ryan Reynolds being I want Brad Pitt in the movie for a second.
Yeah.
Not even a second.
Well, and as long as he doesn't speak, he doesn't get paid.
Yeah.
So, because that's what Seth MacFarlane did with Ryan Reynolds. If you watch Ted 2, and Million Ways to Die in the West,
yeah,
he's always in one or two scenes, and he never speaks.
That's true. That's true.
Well, that's another guy. You got Charlize Theron in A Million Ways to Die in the West. You got Liam Neeson.
Yeah.
In A Million Ways to Die in the West.
He gets everybody.
Ted, you had fucking Sam, the guy who played Flash Gordon.
I can't think of it. Yeah.
But you got him, Mila fucking Kunis. Patrick Stewart's narrating the damn thing.
Yeah.
I
need you put me back again,
keep everything to fuck up.
I'm just fucking with you.
Oh shit! I love those movies.
Oh fuck, Ted 2. I like the original one more.
Yeah, Ted 2's fine. It's funny, but the first Ted is
hysterical.
Fucking Giovanni Ribisi is the creepy guy.
It's fucking
dancing with the drink, doing the fucking. But I do like the scene in 2 where they go after Brady, and Brady throws him out the window. Perfect spiral.
Yeah. God damn, it's so fucking funny.
That's his dick when it's at rest.
That's weird. Is Seth MacFarlane does get anybody he wants just about. I feel just for Family Guy or whatever.
Well, Patrick Stewart's been on Family Guy. He's got a regular spot on American Dad as dude's boss. Yeah, I mean, he's had Rush Limbaugh on there to play Rush Limbaugh.
And they probably hate each other.
Oh, I'm sure. I guarantee they fucking do.
How do you get? That was a really good episode.
That it seems like something you do. Is how much you want to bet we can actually get Rush Limbaugh to do this? And he fucking agrees, and you're like, oh shit.
Well, I like Family Guy, so I'll do it.
He probably. I'll tell you, Rush probably. It was probably one of those things he appreciates it for like not pulling punches.
Yeah,
I mean?
yeah.
Because they don't.
No, they don't. You're right.
Although what I do like, my favorite episode of the current season was on repeat last night, and Peter's arms get ripped off, and he's getting them growing back. He's got these little tiny like fucking baby arms the whole episode. And so like the whole episode, he's like trying to do shit. Like he tries to slam his fist on the table and he misses the first time. He's got to try again. And he tries to go for a hug and can't get. He's like, Lois, you want to do a little bit of the old?
That's funny.
It was a great fucking episode.
I haven't watched, like, whenever I watch Family Guy, it's always old episodes. I haven't watched a new episode in fucking forever. But just one of my, let's see, let's do a couple favorite scenes.
Okay.
One of my favorite scene ever is with the old Asian driver is like, "Good luck, everybody," and just
how much turn signal I need to cut across 8 lanes? None. Okay.
"Good luck, everybody," and it's fucking, and then there's a crashes. And the other one where Peter's in like rehab, and he's trying to make up a name.
Oh yeah.
He's like, "My name is." P, and he looks at a P, and it's a PP, and somebody crying tear,
and then a griffin fucking voice.
Damn it.
Oh shit! Every year, like once a year, I go back and rewatch the old episodes on Hulu, like in a binge. Fuck those old episodes. Those old seasons are so funny.
They're so good.
Like the current season, and I get to watch it at work. The current season's really fucking good. But those first like 5-6 years are like untouchable.
Well, how many times did they get canceled?
Twice.
Then they made fun of being canceled.
Guys, we got canceled. Any chance we'll get our time slot back? Only if, and they list like 20 shows that all took their time slot and got canceled. I guess if all those shows get canceled.
Was it I think didn't they bring it back because I don't know if this is real or not, or maybe something I read or somebody told me. They brought it back because when they released it on DVD, it was like the #1 selling season ever of any DVD.
It was that, and they had licensed Adult Swim to show the repeats, and it was like their highest rated.
So fucking good.
I know. So they were like, "Fuck, all right, guess
we fucked up."
Yeah, you fucking did twice. To get Fox to admit that is insane.
Then they're like, and then they say give Seth MacFarlane whatever he wants now.
Oh yeah. Well, it's like South Park with Comedy Central.
Yeah.
You give them whatever the fuck they want. They're what's keeping your channel alive.
Yeah. Yeah.
And now you can watch them all on HBO Max, which the pandemic special was really fucking funny.
I haven't watched it.
I haven't watched the new because they had the new one. I think it's called like the vaccine special or something like that. That one I haven't watched, but the pandemic special is really fucking funny.
Shit.
Because it's really meta. They get really meta about it too. Because South Park's good at that shit.
Remember when South Park made fun of Family Guy?
Yeah, that got ugly.
I know.
Because not long after that, Dateline did like an episode about Seth MacFarlane, which I didn't realize this. He's one of the lead composers of all the music too.
You didn't know that?
No.
Oh yeah,
I knew he did like fucking everything, but I didn't know he did fucking everything.
Yeah.
But they were asking him about he's like, you're this popular, people come after you. So they asked him about like when Simpsons had made fun of Family Guy, and he was like, me and Matt Groening are friends. It's cool. He's like, what about the South Park guys? He's like, they can go fuck themselves. He's like, we don't get along.
I wonder why. I wonder why.
I don't know, but apparently that's why they did that whole 2-3-parter going after him, and he was not happy about it.
They're both really good for different things, though.
I know. Well, he had a feud with Seth MacFarlane had a feud with Jon Stewart for a little while. I don't know if they ever made up for it, but it was during the writer's strike.
Oh.
And I guess John offered to, because a lot of other shows went on hiatus until the Writers Guild got their shit together.
Yeah.
John, I guess, was paying his people out of pocket so he could keep doing his show, and I guess Seth had a big problem with that, and I guess he like railed him on Piers Morgan or something back when that fucker still had a show.
Yeah, but
and then I guess Jon Stewart didn't take too kindly to that, and it kind of spiraled from there.
Well, John probably didn't want his people to go without money.
Well, I mean, because Cecil's thing was like he should have gone on hiatus in solidarity, and John was like, or I could pay my people and everybody could just keep working, and it was a fucking election year, like. Yeah,
stupid shit.
Yeah, it's weird.
I don't know. Family Guy, they're so different. Family Guy and South Park are so different, but they're both so good.
Yeah.
Like if you like one, you will like the other.
There's so much to like about. There's so much they have in common, and yet there's so much they do differently as well. Like not just the animation style, like where the few areas where Family Guy like won't go, South Park will always go.
Oh yeah. Well, South Park will go wherever, but then Family Guy will go where it can go on public TV.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we talked about this last time where it was like how network TV tries to do what cable does, but for a wider, and that's kind of like what Family Guy does for South Park. Is it take or any of those like super raunchy animated shows? They take that kind of humor and they water it down a little bit. Never worked for the Cleveland show, but
that was kind of
it wasn't great.
No,
I do love American Dad though.
I think what happened was they were like, I don't know why. I got nothing for the Cleveland show.
I've tried to figure it out. Like it wasn't
because like I couldn't figure out like why would you want to do, because at that time you had Family Guy, you had Family Guy, Cleveland Show, and American Dad. Like you'd want to get rid of one of them, not do all. I feel like not do all three. Yeah.
Plus, it just wasn't great.
No, it wasn't.
But also, what I love is he knows it wasn't great, because whenever Cleveland had a cameo, and then when he came back on the show, they just do relentless jokes about how awful the show was.
Yeah.
There's the one where they go back to visit, and the wife is like, "We're still waiting on your wedding gift," and Peter's like, "The gift was the show."
Shit.
They knew, and they tried. Also, it's kind of weird that you've got a show about all these black characters and like every fucking voice actor's white.
That's also true.
Like the guy who's the voice of Cleveland, and his sons is the white guy who's also the voice of the bear. I don't know. It's weird.
Agreed. Completely agree.
Yeah.
Was that on what, 3 years, 4 years?
I think it's like 5.
God, was it really?
I think it got 5 seasons.
Jesus.
But I couldn't tell you that. I didn't really pay attention to it. I didn't like it.
Yeah, it was bad. It was bad.
Bad.
It was horrible.
Yeah. But then they got The Simpsons that's been on for 100 fucking years.
Yeah, no, I stopped watching that a long time ago. And I don't know why. I think it's because I fell in love with Family Guy so much.
I kind of think you're right. At some point, I consciously stopped watching The Simpsons, and I don't know when.
But I just felt like if South Park, I felt like South Park was, Family Guy was a watered down version of like what, how we're just talking about, like
South Park would do.
We'll go there, and then Family Guy will do like a watered down version of it. And I felt like Simpson would do an even more watered down version.
Because when Simpsons first came out, for its time, The Simpsons was the raunchy cartoon.
Oh, absolutely. My parents wouldn't let me watch it for a while.
No, mine either. And then Family Guy came around. They were like, "You're sure as shit not watching Family Guy." But now you look at Simpsons, and it's so tame.
Oh,
it's so tame.
Compare anything on an Adult Swim too.
Yeah. Oh my God. Well, and plus we also live in a world where things like Big Mouth exist.
That's also true.
I fucking love that show.
I've never watched it.
Oh my God. It's not for everyone, because like you think South Park like will there's no fucking, because it's on Netflix. So what the fuck do they care? And it's Nick Kroll and John Mulaney. And so no fucks are given whatsoever. And it is, it's a show that I think has a lot more heart than people give it, because it's pointing at the fact that like the puberty times of your life suck.
Yeah.
They fucking suck. And like they do episodes that deal with like consent, sex education, things like that, just in a really fucked up, indirect way. But I think that's also the best way to handle those issues right now.
Yeah. I think on those type of issues, you should take it in a really fucked up angle.
Yeah. Because they're fucked up. They're fucked up things to talk about.
Exactly.
Like
why would you boil down something so fucked up to make it seem not fucked up?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like it's fucked up.
What I love, one of the sex ed episode, they cover like abortions and things like that. At one point, one of the characters is literally like, "We're gonna get so many fucking emails about that." Like it's really fucking meta, and I love that about it. But also, the hormone monster is just the best character.
I have heard about that one.
He's, oh my God, like the first season especially, he is the most quotable fucking character. He's like, fuck a duck. You know what I'm gonna do? Yeah, I'm gonna go fuck a duck. All right, fuck it.
I have heard about that. Everybody's telling me I need to watch it.
The first episode, you're gonna be like, what the fuck am I watching? I mean, it's about one kid who just can't stop jerking off. It's about one kid who hasn't hit puberty and it's driving him nuts that his dick's so small. It's about one girl who's going through all the bullshit of what that women go through with puberty. One girl that's not. One girl that's dealing with being mixed race and all this shit. Like, because that was the one that Missy Pyle was voicing.
Okay.
Who was the little mixed race girl, and then they made her leave because, she's a white Jewish lady.
Yeah.
But I think she left voluntarily. But they found a way to write off her voice actor changing in a way that was actually really fucking creative.
Going through puberty.
Not even going through puberty, because they make a couple jokes in the season about where she's like, but what do I know? I'm just a little black girl voiced by a white girl. So, but at one point she has like an identity crisis like kids have at that age.
Yeah.
So she's seeing like these different facets of her personality, like in a fun house of hall mirrors kind of thing. And she kind of like smashes the mirrors and kind of puts them together into like this new well-rounded personality. And that's where the new voice comes from.
Oh shit.
I was like, that's actually really fucking creative.
Yeah.
Like the show doesn't, it could, because it's so fucking raunchy.
You don't look how.
Yeah, it's easy to overlook like kind of some of the deeper shit that they actually can address on the show, because you've also got an episode where these kids are being bullied by their friend's older brother, and they're making them play Jizz Kit. Yeah.
Oh Jesus Christ! I have to watch this.
Yeah, it's fucking. I think this show's fucking brilliant.
Now here's my thing. I want to get back to The Simpsons.
Okay.
Have you watched his videos? How they predict the future? What does that make you think? What does that make you think?
Matt Groening's a fucking time traveler.
Does it make you really think he's a time? Because some of it's
shit.
dead fucking on.
It's scary.
It's creepy, dude.
Like, I remember in 2017 they had because it was Star Wars Episode 7 was coming out, and the Chipmunks movie moved their release date to the same day as fucking Star Wars, which was dumb to begin with. And somebody pulled up an episode of The Simpsons where somebody was going into Fox movie studios, and there was a poster that says, coming this Christmas, Star Wars 7 and Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I'm not even fucking kidding. And I was like, get the fuck out of here.
You see one where they basically predicted the ending of Game of Thrones?
Yeah.
And I was like, how the fuck did...
It's some scary otherworldly shit going on in those studios, man.
It does make you think if he is a time
if he's a time traveler, what a use of your powers.
He has a show called Futurama.
Oh, I know. Oh my god, I fucking love that show. Well, even that one, with Futurama, he had the foresight, like, because you get into like the third and fourth seasons, and they're doing time travel episodes, and there's shit in like where they go back to the first episode.
Yeah.
If you go back and watch that first episode, those things are fucking in the episode. You just don't notice them until you see the time travel episode. And then the way I don't know if you ever see how the show ends, the final episode.
No.
Basically, it ends in such a way that it makes the fact that the show is ending, but will then start over with the first episode, meta and part of the show.
Oh shit.
Do you care if I fucking tell you?
No, go
so
for it.
Basically, like, time freezes and only Fry and Leela are immune to it because they were part in this bubble or whatever.
Yeah.
So they just live out the rest of their lives just like as a couple until they are getting old and they're about to die. And then basically what happens is the professor had found a way to break free of being frozen in time and created basically this alternate time loop where they had to go back to a certain point, and that certain point is when the show starts.
Oh shit!
And they basically we're gonna go through and kind of just relive our whole lives again, almost like a series starting over at the beginning or something like that. And I was like, that is fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
That's a good way to end.
Yeah. Well, that was one. Futurama was one of those shows, kind of in that same vein of Scrubs, that really did the whole like it was funny, but it would fucking tug at your heart too.
Yeah, no.
Like you never. Simpsons never did that. Simpsons was always about the joke, but then Futurama's got the episode with the dog, which is fucking cruel.
I think I've seen
where
that.
Fry finds his fossilized dog and he's thinking about reviving him, and you find out the reason that his dog was fossilized is because Fry left to go deliver that pizza and never came home.
Oh no.
And his dog waited outside the pizza place every day for Fry to come home, and you're like, oh, you dicks.
Damn. That's fucked up.
Yeah.
Damn. Damn.
Yeah.
That does tug at you a little.
Yeah. Well, it's like Scrubs every time they use the song "How to Save a Life," and you're like, "Don't fuck, fuck,
Yeah,
shit."
And they brought back Scrubs, and it wasn't as good.
Oh, it sucked. Well, they moved it because they moved it
From what though? It's what ABC to
CBS, and it was like they got rid of everybody except I think the janitor and Turk were the only ones that stayed. Everybody else was gone.
Really?
Yeah, because
which one was Turk?
Turk was the black guy, the surgeon.
Yeah, but what's his face was on it too? Zack.
They had cameos, but they weren't main roles in this.
Guys, it was so bad. I watched like 2 episodes.
Yeah, because it was about the new students or whatever, and it wasn't good. It lasted like a season.
Ugh.
Yeah. They tried that with that 70s show. They tried to do with that 80s show.
Yeah.
And it lasted like I think like six episodes.
Everybody knew that wasn't gonna work.
No. Oh my god. Well, think about that 70s show. That 70s show, if you really get into the fucking and this is nerdy, if you really think about it, that 70s show, which is like 12 seasons, only covers like 3 years. Because in the first season, they go see Star Wars for the first time.
Uh-huh.
That comes out in 1977.
Oh fuck. Oh fuck. That blows my goddamn mind.
Right? I remember the day I realized that I was, oh, cool. So I tried to do the math. I was fucking curious. And I was like, wait, the show was on for how long? Wait a minute.
Fucking A.
Yeah, they go see Star Wars in the first season, and that's 1977. And that show was on for maybe about 12 years, but it was on for like 8-9 seasons.
Shit.
Yeah.
That's fucking...
It almost kind of makes you want to go back and rewatch that 70s show and see just how much, how many Christmases do they have?
Just one. Ends up being like Futurama. You're like, wait a second.
Well, because I know when it got close to the end was when Topher Grace left the show was because his character was supposed to be going to do a work exchange program to get money for college.
Didn't his girlfriend leave then too? I can't fucking.
No, she was there all the way to the end.
Was she?
He was the only one that ever left.
Good old Eric.
Yeah. I think Ashton Kutcher left at one point, but his was more closer to the actual end.
He was also so big at the time.
But yeah, he'd become a huge, because Dude, Where's My Car came out and
punked and
yeah, holy shit. God, the early 2000s.
Yeah, makes you feel old.
No shit. All right, folks, that'll do it for this week's episode of The Basement Lounge. If you want to follow us online, you can follow Mike Wells on Twitter and Instagram at MikeWTFWells. And you can follow me, Mike Shea, at Mr. Mike Shea on Twitter and Instagram as well. You can also follow this show on Twitter and Instagram at TBL_pod. And we got a brand new website under construction for you guys with some cool new stuff coming down the line as well. So stay tuned for that. In the meantime, we'll catch you guys again next week with another episode. And until then, as always, live well, rock on, take care, and bye-bye.